Listen, this energy that we're about to step into is all about your power, your discernment, and your energetic sovereignty, all without guilt. We have got to stop over explaining and second guessing ourselves. And I just feel like this energy has to truly stay. Like, we are no longer going to allow people to try to manipulate how we roll, what we need to do, or how we dictate our lives, especially when it's not beneficial for us, right? Tap in. So, this is a conversation between you and I. Like, nobody else is around. I am here to pour into you so that when people circle back around to you, when people start coming back like, oh my gosh, you have changed, you're so different nowadays, like, I want you to let them know that you've been doing the work, you've been putting in the work, and you are not here to let them coast on your name. Tap in. So this is about being rooted in your authority, clear on your boundaries, and confident in your next moves. And if you are ready to tap in, go ahead on and hit that like button. You can probably subscribe as well if you want to hang out. And also, do not forget that my channel messages are beyond this in my newsletter. So go ahead on and subscribe to my newsletter. Link is in bio. So let's get started. What is shifting you forward? What is pushing you to move forward? This is all about your personal power. This is about where you are. And I am feeling good about this. What's pushing you forward is that you are over it. You are so tired of dealing with who is coming into your world, who keeps circling back around, and who keeps utilizing you, your time, your money, your influence in order for those other people to feel good. You're not here for that. The Nine of Swords showing up as the first card that we pull in this "where were you" energy is very telling because it's activating. Your swords are an activation to your boundaries. Okay. I want you to think how heavy a sword can be. I want you to think what it means to yield a sword. Let me tell you something, friend. Swords are used all throughout biblical texts. Swords are used throughout other sacred texts as well. Swords are a representation of staying true to your word and who you represent and what you are loyal to. So this means that you are putting forth the words, the energy, the effort to say that you're not stepping into my world with this bullshit anymore. Like, we have to be so clear about how we represent our boundaries in the world, because people will start circling back around to you, friend. So this is the essence of who you are right now. You are who you are is not the version that people assume you to be. And that's what this Nine of Swords is saying. It's like you thought I was somebody. Hey, welcome, my international friends. Thank you for joining me. This is about who you fought to become. This is about who you are meant to be. And when you have lames around you who only see you as a meal ticket, it becomes a headache. It becomes super difficult for you to operate in your highest crown frequency. And we've got to be so very clear about how we interact with people who only see us as a benefit to them without reciprocating. So, this is you standing 10 toes down in your spiritual authority and your self sufficiency. The Nine of Swords truly represents, I know a lot of people say it's like a headache, it's like a big situation going on, you're tired, and all of that is true, but it also goes to show that you're stepping into a new era of you. And the new era of you is someone who has an unshakable sense of self worth. And I love that for you, friend. This Nine of Swords energy is tough. I want to see what else comes out with this Nine of Swords energy, if you guys don't mind. Because the thing is that when you hit Nine of Swords, when you hit this type of energy, there is a vibration that you sit in. And this vibration that you sit in with this energy, it's a telltale sign. It is like the red flags blaring. It is a signal to your brain that when the wrong people come around to you, you start getting a headache. They don't even have to ask anything about you. Tap in. They don't even have to know too much about you, or you don't have to know too much about them for you to start feeling the heebie jeebies and the pain in the front of your eyebrow to clock it. Tap in. So I also like to see this Nine of Swords as an alarm system of how you're clocking people that come around you that only want to use your energy to benefit them in the nastiest ways. I'm not talking about equal exchange. I'm talking about people who just absolutely cannot give anything to pour back into you. Okay. So tap in. This is a collective message, okay? So I would like to see what else is coming with this Nine of Swords energy. We got two, introspection and hope. Very interesting that hope came out because this is to cherish a desire with anticipation. That's what's with this Nine of Swords is powerful. I want you to take a step back. I want you to take a step back because there is a energy that people are attracted to with you when it comes to how they utilize how they utilize you. And I feel like a lot of this energy is coming from the fact that you used to be such a giver, unapologetically giving to other people without even asking for anything in return. That's a part of your makeup, friend. Tap in. And it is a part of you when you have to pull out the Nine of Swords. It's a part of you that almost gives yourself a headache because you know that people are in need. But the question is, how much are they in need? Really, is this work that they can do for themselves? Is this they don't want to put in the same work that you have to put in so that you're not in a messy situation? Is it that? Because if they just don't want to do the work because they're lazy, this is not for you to pick up. You do not have to pick up their slack. If this is someone who truly fell on hard times, okay, you could always stay. If this is someone who truly fell on hard times and is in need of a moment of help, then I can see you becoming activated for that. There's no problem. But I want you to take a moment to look at the hope. People do have hope that you will give up on yourself, your boundaries, that you will not cross, okay, this new level of you so that you can stop helping them. They're hoping that you won't go there. Good night, good morning, and hello. People are hoping that you won't go there, but you doing this deep introspection, you realize, you recognize that there's so much more to you than just what you can give freely without any respect in return. I love that hope and introspect came out with the Nine of Swords because it's really unearthing what the problem was and what people saw as a soft target. Tap in. People will see you as a soft target when you freely give, when you don't put yourself first. People will see you as a soft target. And I heard someone who houses a demon spirit once say, "You see a sucker, you lick a sucker," or "See it, lick a sucker, see a sucker," something like that. And I was just like, wow, that is so demonic. Because to see somebody that has a giving heart and take from them simply because you see them as a sucker, that's demon work. And trust and believe that people will use and infiltrate and embody that demon energy to take from you. And I'm telling you right now, friend, this is your moment to stand in your power. Tap in. This is your moment to stand in your power. And you know what? Once you know what's shifting in you, it's time to take a look at who's actually noticing, because that's the other trick bag, right? What happens when you start to put yourself first, when you start drawing your boundaries, when you truly step into how powerful you are, what happens? Well, one of the things that happens is you hit the like button. The other thing that happens is that people take notice and who's drawn to you for the right reasons. This feels really good. The Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh, I love this energy. Ooh, let me tell you what this is hitting for me. Okay, so we went from Nine of Swords to Queen of Swords. So there is a lot of internal conversation. That's why introspection came out. There's a lot of internal reflection happening here. So with the Nine of Swords, it's like so much is coming at you at one time. People drawing boundaries, questioning yourself, trying to see where you fit in. And the Queen of Swords is saying, look, let me tell you where you fit in with the right people. Okay, so when we talk about who's taking notice, the right people are taking notice of these new boundaries, friend. Tap in. Those who see that you are a power player, those who see that, and you could be newly into your power moves. You can be newly into this high level maneuvering type of energy for yourself. Like this could be day one for you. Let me tell you something. People notice day one. People notice you whether it's day one. People notice you whether it is okay, you've been in this game for 10 years. People take notice of somebody who is strong minded, who has the will to make themselves known and seen in multiple ways, and takes notice of those who have spiritual sovereignty. This is influential. You are influential. And when we see the Queen of Swords taking notice after you've gone through a Nine of Swords type of era, the Queen of Swords not only represents who's taking notice, but it represents the personality of who's taking notice for you, friend. Tap in. When the Queen of Swords looks at you, they recognize that there is a nurturing aspect to your cutthroat energy. And sometimes you gotta be cutthroat, friend. I know that we want to always sit around and be lovey-dovey, and we want to, be all spiritual. But a part of your spiritual identity, a part of your sovereignty, is to be cutthroat with people who truly want to utilize your magnetism for their own demon, devilish ways. Tap in. People siphon you, friends. They siphon your energy. And I need you to tap into this understanding that just because you are drawing boundaries in the 3D does not mean you are not drawing boundaries to the demonic, nasty, devil energies and spirits that also want to attach themselves to you. Furthermore, friend, tap in. When you go from Nine of Swords energy and you start to be recognized by Queen of Swords energy, that also represents a cutting of ties spiritually. You are removing the hooks that have been placed in your back, in your neck, in your crown chakra. It is removing those attachments. So now we're talking about next level generational breaking and an ushering in of a new power authority. Tap in. This is a new reign. That's why I love that the Queen of Swords came in, because this is not only a representation of who is attracted to you on the daily, but also who are the high royalty spiritual players that are protecting you as well. I love this Queen of Swords energy. This Queen of Swords energy is no nonsense. There's a lot of transformation happening here. I wouldn't be surprised that as you go through your introspection and you look at your Queen of Swords and who is attracting themselves, who is attracted to you, you will be equally attracted to them. You will be equally attracted to those who not just pretend they have it all together, but truly do have it all together. Tap in. Do you know, friend? While you feel like you don't have it all together, the fact of the matter is that you do. You got most of it together, okay? Even if you don't feel like you have it all together, you got it mostly together, friend. Tap in. And the real record, the old adage is real recognize real. And that's what this is. And you are being initiated into a higher level in a higher level energetic field that recognizes the realness in you, friend. Tap in. This is not just saying things to you. You feel it. You know the shift is happening. You recognize it. You're seeing that the people who want to take from you all the time are slowly fading away, not because you did anything to them per se, but because you've learned to draw your boundaries, say no, cut off people who want to just take from you and use you for no other reason but to benefit themselves. And you're starting to, the people that love you, love what you do, want to nurture you, are recognizing you more. When you go into the grocery stores, I wouldn't be surprised if you start attracting the high power player friends. I'm talking about, I'm looking at like lawyer energy. Queen of Swords gives me full blown bulldog energy right now. Like, there's nobody messing with you. This is next level energy, friend. That's why we have to see who's coming with the Queen of Swords, because, child, I tell you, look, the Knight of Swords at the bottom. Now, first of all, who's coming with the Queen of Swords? No nonsense. That's literally what I just said, friend. As you usher into this powerful version of you, hey, tap in, friend. Thank you for coming. As you usher in this new level of who you're going to be around, the power players, know that these power players are not just sitting around talking about what they should do, what they can do. No, I'm telling you right now. Well, thank you for being here. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you like and subscribe. But friend, today we are talking about, let me catch you up to speed, okay, friend? We are talking about you being in your power position. This is about power, empowerment, discernment, and your energetic sovereignty. I can pull cards all day, but really this is about you being powerful and stepping into your spiritual authority, knowing who you are and being activated to play a role in your own co-creation as you walk through this planet. Tap in. So that's what we are doing right now. And so I talked about the energy that you're stepping into. And right now, what you stepped into was me talking about who is showing up in your life based off of you making these decisions to love yourself more than you love anybody else. You're so welcome. So we are at the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So not only is this energy that's being attracted to you are these power players in the everyday life. Like, you know, there are levels to society, right? We all know this. That's why some people call it secret society. Ain't no secret. The secret is, are you a power player or not? And who's being attracted to you are people who are power players. You feel what I'm saying? So look, sacred vibration. Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? So when I said secret societies, I feel like we can equate that to sacred vibrations. Tap in. This is your vibration is the periodic motion of particles of a medium in alternately opposite directions that creates an equilibrium. I know that's a lot of scientific information, but let me tell you right now, that means that shit moving for you, friend. Tap in. Okay. And sacred is the dedicated or set apart for the service of worship or a deity or worthy of a spiritual veneration. Tap in. This is a holy connection is what this is saying. This is a holy vibration. So what is being attracted to you? Power players and the powerful angels and your protection detail. Okay, y'all know over here I talk about your spiritual department of defense a lot, especially when we are talking about prayer and rituals. Your spiritual department of defense will protect you. Well, I'm telling you that your spiritual department of defense is sending high rollers, high players into your life for the movers and the shakers, so for you to live a leveled up lifestyle that you truly deserve. I know everybody say, oh, money ain't everything, and to an extent it's very much true, but money also helps you feel a lot better as you're going through this journey called life. Tap in. Am I lying or am I flying? Y'all need to let me know. Tap in, let me know in the comments, hit the heart, or like this video. So right now we have hope and introspection, and with that introspection leads to the sacred vibration. I used to say all the time, I will vibrate so high on you that I will disappear in front of your face. And to an extent, that is true, friend. You ever find yourself being so vibrationally different from the people you used to hang around with that you don't see them anymore? The next time you pull up and y'all lives intersect, they ask you where you been. I haven't seen you. You've physically, environmentally been in the same neighborhood as them. But you are operating on such a next level frequency that you don't see them and they don't see you. Tap into that, friend. That is so, ooh, I just got chills thinking about that, because I know that you guys have felt that. So if it's one thing to see who's appearing now, but I want us to take a moment to zoom out, okay? Like, who was there when you were actually doing the work? Because when you start to take a step back and look at who was there, who was when you were doing the work, this talks to who's real and who's not. This is important because there's a difference between people that you knew or know while you were doing the work and people who were in the grind with you doing the work. That's often a distinction that even the high level intuitives miss out on. How do we know that? Because the rappers talk about this all the time. They talk about having to take care of all their friends from the hood that they roll with back in the day. But see, those are people that you just know, kind of know, you in association with. I'm talking about people that know you, that will show up regardless of graduation, or you gotta throw them bows. It doesn't matter. These are the people that you have a loving connection to, that you have a spiritual relationship with, that you can confide in. Just because you've seen somebody around the way does not mean that they know you and you know them, and that you have to take care of them as you go through your evolution and your next level. And let me tell you something, you don't got to explain nothing to nobody. If they wasn't doing the work with you, then what they here for? Tap in. This is real. This is a situation that many power players like yourself, many intuitives like yourself, all of my spiritual divine feminines and divine masculines have gone through, that people expect you to take them with you when you make it, when they ain't do nothing but say hi and bye to you. Okay? Tap into that. Tap into that. Ooh, we got a lot of swords on. Listen, the 7 of Swords coming up with the Moon card. So when we're talking about who's real and who's just showing up now, let me tell you who the real one in your circle is. And y'all not even ready for this. I got such a beautiful download. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Let me tell you who is not here for you. Surface level people who think they're going to ride the wave with you off of your hard work, off of the sweat, off your back, off of the tears that you cried through, the frustration, through the hate, through the attacks, through people that you thought was going to show up and didn't show up, to those who surprised you when they showed up because you didn't even know they supported you like that. The ones that's going to be there are those who are able to truly look and say, I know everything about you. Tap in, friend. Because I know the moon and the seven of swords are powerful cards. So I want you to tap in. I know everything about you. And I will protect your sacred energy from anyone that wants to do harm to you. Now, that doesn't mean they go out and fight everybody. That means that they protect you from having to fight everybody. There is a difference where you have to defend yourself and your livelihood and to boost your ego. This person that's going to be with you, these or people that are going to be with you, will recognize when you have to fight and when it's okay to just say, pay it dust. I pay them all in dust. That's what Beyonce said. Those are the real people that look out for you. Because see, the fake friends, they're going to encourage you to fight. The fake friends, they're going to encourage you to knuckle up. They're going to encourage you to mess up your beautiful face, to mess up your voice by screaming out, to make you look like a fool out in the street or online. Those are the fake friends. Tap in. The real ones are going to cover you, understand your triggers, talk you out of doing things that can ruin all the hard work that you put in. The Seven of Swords prevents you, protects you. You said you agree, tap in. The Seven of Swords actually protects you from the heartache. You're like, Cass, how do I know? Well, girl, if you like tarot, let me school you on this. When you have a 1 through 10 card, whatever number you pull, like the 7, what is the number that completes the 10? It would be a 3, right? So with the 7 of Swords, you would have a 3 of Swords. The 7 of Swords in this case right here is protecting you from the heartache, the pain, the lessons that you would have to learn if you didn't have somebody who loved you enough to protect you from that. Tap in. That's who's in your circle. That's who you ride with, friend. What's your story about that? I know at least one of us in this circle right now has a story about someone who said it is not worth it. And you listen to them. And now you looking at the very people who you walked away from. You see them suffering, tap in. You see their karma going in, tap in. You seeing somebody else who's way more equipped to handle a battle of that magnitude completely destroy them. They destroy themselves. They feast off of fear and anger and trigger points. Tap in. They say things that trigger other people to hurt them. And your friends, your family, your guidance said you don't interact with those type of people. You don't feed them. They are nasty, demonic, energetic beings that do not deserve you and anything that you represent, which what you represent is the light. Tap in. That's what this is. So anybody who is just showing up off of your hard work, your homie, your confidant. This could be your mama. This could be your homegirl, your homeboy, your brother, your sister. This is somebody who knows what it takes to spiritually protect you. And when you are spiritually protected in the 3D, that means that you are spiritually protected from anything that could try to harm you in the spiritual realms. Tap in. Tap into that. Know that when somebody is telling you don't go there, they're not doing that. Your friends, your family is not doing that because they don't want the problems. Trust and believe. If they got to pull out the swords from a 7 of Swords, it can go down. But why? Why though? Look at all the people we have seen. Thank you. Go do stuff, baby girl. Go do stuff. Okay, tap in. Look at all the people that have tried to trigger you and you engaged with them. And look how foolish you felt. I want you to take a look at all the artists, all the popular people, the entertainers that we've seen that have gone through it with their friends publicly, their family publicly, and we straight up and down say it's not worth it. It's a turn of phrase. It's a turn of phrase. Oh, I couldn't tell by your picture. I could not tell by your picture. So, hey, listen. January, so well, happy belated birthday. Tap in. Listen. Look at all the times Beyonce has gotten dragged on the interwebs. Tap in. What would Beyonce look like? What would she look like if she came down off of her throne to interact with fools of the interwebs? Tap in. And that's not to say that Beyonce is above any you and I, because she's not. But there is a certain stature that she takes. There's a certain position that she takes when interacting with negativity. Tap into that. Congratulations. That takes a power move. That's power moves to remove yourself 12 years in. That's a power move. Congratulations. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I don't care if you on day one or year 1,000. That's beautiful. Tap into that. Congratulations. Ooh, let's see what energy comes with this moon and 7 of swords, because y'all, we are tapping into something absolutely phenomenal. This is consistency, proof of alignment. This is what works for you, the strength to manifest. Oh, and we know that with the moon card, it ain't nothing but manifestation energy all up in here. So while we have a high level of protection, it gives you the space. You have a great day. Thank you. Same to you. Tap in. So while we know that there's a level of protection here for you, it gives you the space, friend. And don't you be scared to take up the space. Don't you be scared to take up space. Tap in. What did I just say to you, friend? I said, do not be scared to take up space with your energy, with your voice, with your talents, with your love. You take up the space. And I'm not even asking you, I am telling you, take up the space. Hold your head up with confidence. Walk tall. Yes, no, absolutely, positively, all of it. Because when you get space to show your strength and manifest, you invite the very energy, you invite the very conversations, you invite the what? Who almost hit my elbow? You invite the money. We're not going to sit here and act like we don't want the money. Yes, we want the money. Give me the money. Show me the money. And then deposit it into my bank account. You manifest the peace that you want. Tap in. This ain't always just about the money, but I mean, it's nice. We love it. But it's also truly about what brings you the peace of mind. It's a lot of people out here. And look how this aligns up. Tap in. My God, tap in. Look how this aligns up with strength being under the swords, the 7 of swords, and the moon being, and manifest being under the moon. Tap in. When I say this is a powerful dynamic of protection, I'm telling you. Tap in. May I take a sip of my coffee, please? Because woo, y'all, this is high energy conversation right here. I love this so much. I really want to tap a little bit more into this manifestation and see what's happening here. Just give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Come on, tap in. Spirit, what you got for me? What you came out. Let's see. Divine life purpose. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Trust the signs and your inner guidance. Introspection. Which are leading you to fulfillment. Tap in. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Tap into that. Tap into that. I want one more. Because this is just too powerful. This is just way too powerful for us to not tap in a little bit more. I kind of want to get into this manifestation. Look at this. this manifestation and the strength. Tap in. Who we have been unpacking the absolute powerful messages. This card feels good. Look, look. The manifestation is time. You are at the perfect time for this. Listen, you got double full moon. I would have been out there in my full indigenous gear. I would have been outside butt naked, dancing in the moon. Tap in, okay? Woo! Listen, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time to show up and manifest. I just told you, you are widely protected. I just told you that there are high level spiritual energies protecting you and drawing you into the spaces that you want, friend. Tap into all of it. Oh my gosh. Whew. So now that we done identified the real ones, now that we know that the real ones will protect you from conflict. Don't mean that you ain't conflict ready, okay? You heard Kung Fu Kenny. He literally said, listen, I'm peace, but I'm war ready if I got to go there, okay? So I'm not telling you that you have to back down every step of the way, because where you want to go, which is all the way up here to the next level, that takes confrontation. Tap in. And we're going to talk about confrontation at a later time, but never be scared of it, especially when it comes to your peace of mind and your family. Tap in. But now that we've identified the real ones, I think that we need to expose who the fake has pitches are. Tap in. That's right. I said it. What you laughing at me for, girl? I'm trying to tell you. Two. Okay. I would have been out there hanging, girl. Hanging. Ooh, okay. Let's see who uses you as a resource. Let me tell you who uses you as a resource. Y'all gonna get mad at me because I say it all the time, but I'm telling you, this energy has been sitting in this atmosphere because there is a spiritual awakening that is happening across the board. Congratulations, tap in. We are team therapy over here. Okay, I totally love that for you. Tap in. As someone that's going to school, I'm a social worker. I operate in end of life care, so hospice is my forte. That's what I do. Okay, and I love it, love it, love it. I am a death doula. I understand how powerful therapy can be, and I understand how grief can be. You can grieve for other people and yourself at the same time. Why? Because you deserve to mourn what could have been, what should have been, and the mistakes you made for yourself. You get to mourn who you used to be if you did not know the information at the time, or if you weren't strong enough, or you didn't know the moves to make it happen. Tap in. You get to do that for yourself. And if anybody says you don't get to mourn the old you or get to grieve who you used to be, they are trash. Tap in. And they are full of shit. Tap in. Now, let's continue on. Who is draining your energy? Y'all gonna get mad at me. Tap in. The person that's draining your energy is the one that can cry on demand. Tap in. Listen. I'm getting excited because of the download is happening. The ones that look you in the eye after you have clearly drawn your boundaries, they will look you in the eye and through their tears ask for permission to circumvent the rules that you laid out for yourself. Tap in. Oh, the waterworks is coming. I thought you were my friend. Why don't you want me to do this with you? Do you have to go? And the other thing, oh, the guilt trip. Oh my gosh, the guilt trip. Let me tell you something, friend. When you start making power moves, not just money moves, not just big money moves, but power moves. You going in and hammering hoes with your power moves because people don't even know what to do with all this energy. You got CEOs wanting to get you. Got people booking you for speaking engagements. You get promotions at the job. You leaving the job, going to a better job. You're just doing everything. You're taking control of your life. Let me tell you something. When people cannot afford your spiritual sovereignty, they will try to talk you out of what you are worth through divine anointing. Tap in. Tap in. The Ace of Cups is going to come. The tears are going to come. They are going to try to tell you that just because they can't afford your spiritual level up and your spiritual sovereignty, that you don't deserve it. And they tell you you don't deserve it by circumventing those actual words and crying to guilt trip you to remove your boundaries. Tap in. I don't like them, and I don't like that. I don't like them, and I don't like that. Tap in. Wow. Wow. Woo. So when we talk about who is draining your energy, this is a leech. This is a boundary. This is a habitual line stepper. Tap in. This is somebody whose ass you got to whoop on a couch. Tap in. Y'all, are y'all hearing me? Are y'all with me on this? Because this comes down to a test. Excuse me, let me drink some water, y'all. In life, we get all types of tests. We get spiritual tests. We get love tests. Okay, we get tested in school. Life is full of tests, right? But there's something very nasty, very just insidious about somebody who you're supposed to care about, you, weaponizing tears and guilt to get you to go into the same vibration as them. Tap in, friend. I need to remind you, and I will always remind you, that low vibrational does not equal weak vibrational. Tap in. That's the truth. Low vibrational does not equal weak vibrational. Someone can pull you into a strong orbit of negative bullshit. Okay? That's the truth. So this person who only reaches out when they need something, this person who is siphoning your energy, this person who is weaponizing your emotions, your big heart, where you had to draw the boundaries in the first place, this person is not for you. What energy is coming with this person? This is a discernment issue. How about that? This is straight from spirit. This is straight from God. Oh my goodness. Because what are the odds that out of all these beautiful cards, all the words in this deck, and I can go through and look, beauty, look, origin, look, nurture, out of all the cards that I could have pulled, the one where we're talking about people siphoning your energy is discernment. And I feel like the reason why discernment came out with this particularly is because the person that is weaponizing your big heart, the person that is weaponizing their tears to circumvent your boundaries, that person is somebody close to you. Tap in. It's too close. The Ace of Cups, that's too close to home. This a mama. Okay, this is a grandmama. This is somebody, auntie, cousin. This is somebody that you grew up with for years, that you shared your secrets with. That's who this is. It's too close to home. And so your spiritual department of defense, your spirit guides, your ancestral realm is coming down and saying, first, like this live stream, and then second, use discernment. This means you start pulling back information. You don't give so much. You don't start talking. You stop talking about everything that you're doing. You're not giving away information. You see what I'm saying? You watching where this person goes, who they hang out with. This is actually where you start listening into, because this person right here, they're going to reveal themselves as a potential, actually as an enemy. I don't care if somebody is against you, they are not a good person. Okay, I just said it. I said it right there. Because how can you be against somebody that deserves everything they get? How can you be against somebody who deserves the blessings that they are receiving, that's able to sleep at night, able to hold their head high? Who the heck does that? Demons do. That's who does that. But let me tell you something. I also feel like this person is going to reveal themselves because they're going to slip up and tell you who they talking to about you. Yeah, that's what I want to. Okay, I want to make sure they came out right. This person will open up their mouth and say, "You know what? I was just talking to Bonquisha. I was just talking to Bonquisha. I was just talking to Allison about you." And you like, wait a minute, I don't even rock with Allison. I don't even rock with Bonquisha. Why are you talking to them about me? Now that's what you're gonna say in your head. You're not gonna say it out loud because you're not gonna tip them off. But the revelation is going to be there. I wouldn't even be mad if you put a little what they call it, a little a white horse in there, a little lie about yourself. Like, oh yeah, you know, I might just repossess my car. Girl, please. Okay, you just bought a 2029 peripheral. And just say something like, "Not did they repossess my car?" And watch how fast that information, and tell that only to that person, and watch how fast that stuff come back to you. Tap in. This needs to be shut down immediately. This is shut down immediately energy. Ooh, tap in. I'm not even playing with y'all. Tap into this. Now, remember, y'all, we started off this conversation with so much energy. And I'm actually going to probably call this the "where were you" conversation. Because we need to know where people are in our lives, how we place them, what roles they play in ours and the roles we play in theirs. We need to recognize who is orbiting us, who is a satellite, who is a monitoring spirit. We need to recognize when we got Barack Obama or Donald Trump up in our energies. Okay, we need to know people that's making power moves and who's making power moves against us. Tap in. This is nothing wrong with knowing somebody's position. There's nothing wrong with knowing your position. What role you playing? It's nothing wrong with knowing that. As a matter of fact, it helps you recalibrate so that you are on the right path for you. It helps you recalibrate so you know how to pray, what to pray for, what rituals to do. Yes, I said it, tap in. Who to stay away from, the language that you use to usher in your blessings. Tap in. Tap in. Go to my bio if you want to know more about that, because I keep seeing it. Tap in. Now, we done covered a lot. We have covered a lot of information, and right now we're going to talk about how do you maintain your new level of power, because this is you stepping into a power. This is you recognizing that, girl, you could do this. Like, there's nobody stepping in your way. Like, you have protection from every level here on earth and in the spiritual realms. Your name is being called in spiritual realms. They're like, oh my gosh, look at you, girl, you doing it. What else you need? Didn't I just say manifestation came out with the moon, friend? Tap in. So this is the what else you need moment. You hear what I'm saying to you? So let's see how you maneuver through this. And we're going to bust through one of the biggest components that happens when you enter a new era of you and the blessings that come to you. This whole conversation been about swords. So all of this is about what's in your mind. All of this is about getting over the limiting beliefs. How do you maintain your power without guilt? You say, this is new to me. This new mindset that I have is so new that it is a possibility that I can revert back to my old habits. I could miss somebody who was using me. I could want to go into something that's unhealthy that I used to participate in before. Smoking, drinking, food, not exercising, not using your discernment, falling for the tears. This is truly without guilt. You recognize that there are moments where you're going to doubt yourself. Tap in. I don't know one person, I don't know anyone on the face of the planet that has not had a moment of doubt of themselves. It happens, it's real. But where you level up at with the Page of Swords is you call it out. You say, let me use me. Cass, girl, you are overthinking this. Take a step back, boom. Look at what is before me. Pick 3 things, 2 things, or 1 thing that you need, and that's it. You don't need to overthink it. This doesn't need to be difficult. This doesn't need to be harsh. You don't need to be harsh on yourself. So how do you go into this next level, especially for my intuitives who are just stepping into their power? Sometimes you might feel like you don't even deserve what you are receiving. I'm about to, girl, I'm about to fire my hammer and bust you upside the head. Let me tell you something. I don't mean that, okay? I mean that with love. You deserve it. Why don't you? If the people that are receiving their karmic lessons that have crossed you and you're watching it and you like, yeah, they deserve that because of what they have done, the energy they have sown on this planet. Why is it then that you have such a hard time believing that you deserve your blessings? Tap in, because the energy that you sown in on this planet. Why is that? Why is it that when it comes to us, when it comes to you in your mind, that you don't believe that you deserve the highest form of blessings, that you don't believe that you should be in the same rooms as people that got millions of dollars? Man, you trying to get millions of dollars too. You got $1 million mindset. You got $1 million heart. You got $1 million spiritual energy protecting you. Why don't you deserve this again, Tap in? We need to call this out to the forefront because it's a struggle. I understand. I get it. It is a struggle. Still don't mean you deserve it. And I'm going to tell you every time. You call me, you email me and say that I don't believe I deserve this blessing, and then you tell me the reason why you believe it, I'm going to tell you that you're crazy. And I'm going to explain. I'm going to dive deep into your soul. And you're going to be mad at me a little bit. I don't need to know your full-blown backstory. I don't. The story of today is what? The you of now is who? Are you atoning for your mistakes? Have you apologized? Are you in your prayers? Or have you asked for forgiveness? Are you seeking therapy? Have you done the work? That's what I care about. Then we can get into all this past stuff. Have you done the work? And yes, I know ain't nobody perfect. I get it. Duh. Sometimes we got to deal with the consequences of the decisions that we make when we ain't know shit. Tap in. Duh. Now, what else you got for me? Coco? Y'all hear Coco? She's barking. I don't know what she's barking at, but tell that negative energy to get up out of here, Coco. Tap in. So that's how you address your guilt in this. Finally, before I jump up out of here, thank you so much for loving this video. Thank you for hitting the like button. I don't think I've ever gotten 10 likes in a live stream before. I'm like super excited. Thank you so much. Listen, I didn't even tap the energy with this Page of Swords. Tap in with this, y'all. And then I'll go to the last part, okay? I'll go to the last part. And I see you just said you're going through something like that. Look, nurture. Nurture. That is what's coming. Don't feel guilty about being in the spaces that you're supposed to be in, about taking up space that you're supposed to take up, about being prideful and confident. Nurture that. Nurture it. Love on yourself. And loving on yourself sometimes means that you have to say, I'm tripping because I once believed that I wasn't worthy of this, but I've done the work. I found my power. I am. I am. I am powerful. I am that girl. I am that woman. I am that dude. I am that man. And I operate in divine masculinity. I operate in divine femininity. I operate in my divine power. And I want it all. Because who said you can't have it? That's why I want to know. Who said that? Who said that? Okay. So we've established a lot. We've established so much. Your protection, who's coming for you, that you're operating in sacred vibration. Remember we talked about that, friend? Operating in sacred vibration, being attracted to Queen of Sword energy and what that means for you, and that is backed by divine power, that you will not be used by somebody that's turning on the waterworks and trying to manipulate you. We went through all of that. We went through what it looks like, what protection looks like for you. Protection doesn't look like puffing out your chest and fighting everybody because you think everybody against you. That's not what protection is. Protection is you being and surrounding yourself with people who love you enough to tell you it will never be worth it to stoop as low as a nasty demon. Tap in. Somebody that doesn't value what you worked hard for. And so let's look at what the next level is, friend. Let's look at what's coming next. What is next? The energy that's kind of just like, girl, be ready for it. I don't even know if I'm ready. Girl, almost threw the card. Almost threw the card. Now, all this might happen overnight for you. Sometimes it's a full-blown journey, and I respect and honor both journeys, both paths. But girl, I was not ready for what was about to happen next because divine timing, your mastery level is going to bring you comfort in this world. Tap in. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. And what is so interesting about this particular vision on this card is we're looking at Stonehenge, ritualistic, ancient energy. That means you are so grounded in your peace. You are grounded in who you are. You recognize how beautifully powerful and intimate you have become with your sacred energy, with your sacred vibration. You recognize the space that you've created for your own celebration, for the team you moments. You recognize the hard work it took to build you to this point. What your celebrations look like, how you inherently just do it, your intuition, your God-given talents and your rights, your birthrights. You recognize all of that. You are having deep conversations with yourself, with God, with your ancestral realms, and you get to exude that in your everyday, whether you with just hanging with friends, whether you handling business, whether you out there buying things, you got to negotiate wherever you are in this realm, in this circle, whether it's one moment in time where you got to make one decision just across the street. You like, you know what? 1, 2, let me take another look. 3, 4, one more time. 5, 6, boom. You doing that because there is something pulling you to it. Have your discernment. Be ready. But don't ever let none of it stop your peace in what you deserve. Your 10 of Pentacles represents this time, this era of you and how you found your peace. You're going to cycle through eras all the time because you're always elevating. That is life. So when you hear somebody say, I'm content right now, they are in their 10 of Pentacles, but they know there's more. They know there's always a next level. There's always another journey, whether it's inside or out or both. And I feel like that's where you are. That's where you're getting to. No matter what part of this journey that you identify with the most, the fact of the matter is that when you decide to hang up your sword, you're heading into 10 of Pentacles. Smarter with your money, smarter with who gets your time. Okay? Smarter with how you do your spirituality. And I said before, I'm talking about strategic placement of your rituals and your prayers and your manifestations. Okay? I want you to remember that. This is the moment. You get to say no to anybody that ain't rocking with you. You get to say no to what doesn't serve you, and you get to say yes to anything that pours into you. That's what you get. Oh, that 10 of Pentacles coming out did something to my soul. Ooh, wee, it did something to my soul. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. That I just said, new beginnings, always. It never stops. It never, ever stops. Oh my gosh. What? I don't even know if I should pull another card. My goodness. I mean, there's so many. So many. All right. What feels good, y'all? Here. Cycle. The cycle. You've completed the cycle and you're ready for a new one. When you're ready. This is an arrangement. This is the new age. Okay, when people talk about in history the golden age, the ice age, the revolutionary age. Okay, when people talk about that, they're talking about a golden time where things were at their peak. That's what this cycle is. You have reached a peakness where you have mastered the art of telling people who want to use you to kiss your ass in the most beautiful way ever. You ain't got to cuss them out. It's just how you move. So when I see the 10 of Pentacles with the word cycle, and we're talking about the golden age of you, that's what this is. You've mastered this one thing to move to the next level. That's how they do it in martial arts. You watch any ninja kung fu movie, everybody start at the very beginning. Ha! Ha! Okay, even homeboy in the movie, wax on, oh, wax off, right? Oh, wax on, oh, wax off. And homeboy was mad like, damn, when I'm going to be able to fight? Well, you can't fight unless you master this one moment. You can't fight until you get into the golden age of the wax on, or wax off, okay? And what ended up happening? He ended up kicking homeboy in the face so hard that 25 years later, 30 years later, they got 6 seasons on Netflix talking about that very kick in the face. Tap in. I'm not playing with y'all. Tap in if you are excited about Cobra Kai. Oh man, tap in. Okay, Brishana, why you laughing at me? My goodness. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all, can we just do one more card before I dip up out of here, please? I would love to do that with you. If you don't mind. Oh, please don't let this thing fall over, because my dog gonna start barking and we gonna have to fight. Oh man. Whew. Tap in, tap in. Gosh, this is a powerful reading, wasn't it? Tap in. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know if I've inspired you, if you feel activated. Let me know if this is like your space. Give me the one too, please. I'm just doing a midday energy check-in, and shoot, we done rerouted your whole life. Okay? Look, north, south, east, and west, and divine feminine energy. This is maternal energy, as a matter of fact. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I got your name right. Why not? Because we over here divinely talking to each other, girl. It's been you and I. Okay. Maternal energy. I did. Can we bring it back to the Queen of Swords, where I said this was a nurturing yet very firm energy? That's what's leading. That's what's leading in all directions right now. And don't forget, the Knight of Swords came out with the Queen of Swords. This whole activation was about your mindset shift and who you wasn't going to let play you. This whole activation was about who you are and where you're going to next level. So to see that in all realms, north, south, east, and west, no matter what direction you turn into, you are divinely purposed to walk that path. Let me get one more card out here, please. And to fulfill your heart's God-given purpose. I ain't got nothing else for you. Girl, we done swung bows all over here, okay? We have done it. And I love this for you. This is about, we talked about so many things. Like, we talked about detachment and running into what serves you. We talked about your strength. We talked about who's your confidant, who's going to protect you, nurturing cycles, being in. Girl, we talked about it all. But most importantly, I'm talking about you, where you are, what you want, what you need, what you have to do to win. All we do is win, no matter what. Okay? And so, anybody wanting to circle back, I want you to ask yourself, and just ask yourself, where were they when I had to do this, had to do that, needed a friend, wanted to exchange beautiful energy, wanted to get out the house, needed a study buddy, whatever. Where were you? Because you showed up for them. You walked in the journey, in their path with them, and never asked for a thanks. But you don't have to ask for a thanks. You shouldn't have to. Somebody loves and cares about you and wants you to win. They're going to exchange the very energy that you gave them. It doesn't always look the same, but the level is the same, if not more. That's real. And I want you to take that with you. I want you to walk confidently in your next moves and know that you are the divine co-creator in your life. The other co-pilot is God. Tap in, just in case you didn't know. Okay? I want you to check your sacred text again and see who's co-creating. Not telling the future, not doing all this other stuff. No, who's co-creating with you? You and God. Tap in. Oh, and with that, I'm going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out and say, the divine light in me honors and recognizes the divine light in you. Namaste.